What's up guys, and welcome to Xbox Ready, the YouTube channel that's all about Xbox. I'm Ray, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some major changes coming to one of Xbox's most celebrated programs, why Xbox doesn't need to worry about the PS5 Pro anymore, and an exciting new update being tested out by Xbox insiders. Oh, and this is April, by the way, she's my co-host. And remember, if you want to stay Xbox Ready, make sure you subscribe to the channel and set your notifications to be alerted whenever I post a video. Let's discuss. So Microsoft has been messing around with the reward system for a while now. They had Microsoft Points, they had Bing Rewards, but the one you're probably most familiar with as an Xbox fan is the Microsoft Rewards app on Xbox. Well, today I woke up to news about some major changes coming to the whole reward system. They've been tweaking it bit by bit over the past 6 months, and it was clear that major changes were on the way when back in December, several users reportedly received a notification indicating Microsoft might be killing its Xbox Reward app entirely. And now fast forward to today, March 20th, people are getting a very similar message, this time with a specific date and message from Xbox. It says, Rewards with Xbox has a new home. Check out the new Rewards Hub, your go-to destination for Xbox activities and offers, available across devices. Now you can see available activities, set up a goal, and redeem your rewards in one place. The new activities focus on what matters most, earning points while having fun playing games. With the new Rewards Hub and gaming activities coming to Xbox, we will no longer publish offers in the Microsoft Rewards app on console, starting April 2024. This means the current weekly set and weekly streak on this app will end as of April 15th, 2024. We're excited to bring the Rewards Hub with new activities to Rewards with Xbox, and we're looking forward to providing even more ways to earn rewards in the future. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, you're like, I don't care about Microsoft Rewards or getting points on my Xbox. I don't care about none of that, Ray. I'm kind of in a similar boat as you, so let me kind of break it down to a very, very simple level. There are two separate apps, two little reward hubs on your Xbox console. One of them is called straight up Microsoft Rewards on Xbox, and the other one is built into your little like Xbox guide. It's its own separate tab. So there's not going to be the standalone Microsoft Rewards on Xbox app anymore. It's all going to be through that tab, theoretically. So they're getting rid of that app. They're getting rid of weekly streaks, which represents a significant chunk of people's total earnings from my understanding. And they're replacing that with a new weekly challenge in the new kind of beta rewards app on your console. According to this article, activities that will continue to earn Microsoft Reward points on Xbox include playing games on Xbox and PC, buying games and other eligible items from the Microsoft Store, searching on Bing.com, taking advantage of special offers on new releases, visiting the Microsoft Rewards dashboard, and players will also be able to earn rewards for daily achievements playing on PC and completing Xbox Game Pass quests. Now for me personally, I never used the standalone Microsoft Rewards app on my Xbox, like at all. But from what I've seen and from what little experience I have earning points through this reward system, it is entirely necessary for you to supplement your earnings with the challenges they have on that app that they're now discontinuing. If you want to get anything cool, that is. Because if you just did the Game Pass quests through that little thing in your guide, it would take you forever in order to earn anything cool. Let's do the math right now. If you did the maximum amount of daily quests, which is 8 points per day, there are 30 days in a month, you'd get somewhere north of like 240 points. Then with the weekly quests, you get 20 per week. So 4 weeks in a month, that's a bonus 80 points. And then if you do all the monthly quests, that's 1625 points per month. Altogether, that comes to a maximum of 1985 points. And let's just take a look at my goal right now. I'm trying to get 14,000 points for 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate. If I just did the Game Pass quest and tried to reach that goal, it would take me like 7 months. So yeah, if you definitely want any like serious benefits to this reward system, you have to do all the other stuff that they're talking about. Use Bing, buy certain games on Xbox, or try them out, or the ones that they're recommending. Now, on one end, I like this change because I do not like having separate apps to achieve pretty much the same goal. Kind of like any Xbox app on iPhone or iOS. You got the Xbox app, you got the Xbox Game Pass app, you have a separate web browser-based app-looking thing for cloud gaming. So the idea that the experience for rewards will be unified on Xbox consoles, that is appealing to me. But on the other end, you're still going to have to do all sorts of stuff that you won't really be able to do on your Xbox console. Yeah, I guess you can search for stuff using Bing on your Xbox console technically. But I don't know, I'm not trying to do all that, man. I'm not trying to use Bing all the time just to get the points I need for Game Pass Ultimate. I get they're trying to drive traffic to Microsoft's other services, but the activities seem really segmented, and they're over here saying like, oh, we're gonna focus more on getting people to try to play games, and that's how they're getting rewards points. But why are the point totals so low for the Game Pass quests, if that's the case? Apparently they nerfed the point total super crazy over the past couple of years, and it has me wondering, like, were they losing a ton of money by people churning points and getting free Game Pass over it? Like this guy in the comments of the Pure Xbox article talking about it, he was like, yeah, back in 2020, I was pretty much getting Game Pass for free, so that's probably why they're nerfing the point total. But just the other day, they were talking about how happy they were to see like the highest player engagement in the month of January thanks to Palworld being on Game Pass. And it's kind of like, well, you know, it would be a good way to get people to continue engaging with Game Pass and continuing to engage on console specifically, upping the reward total and giving us that incentive to churn for points, go for points by playing games and then spending that on other stuff in the Xbox ecosystem. I don't know, for me personally, Microsoft Rewards, at least the version that we have today, I can't speak to what was in the past. I know that a lot of people, they were pretty tricky with it and they were able to earn some really cool stuff. But for me, it just seems like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. To be fair, I haven't really gone super hard trying to earn a lot of points and get those rewards. That's not really what I'm trying to focus on when I boot up my Xbox console. I'm just trying to play the games, man. I'm not trying to like do credit card level churning and obsess over getting like every single point that I can. Next up, let's talk about this PS5 Pro that everybody is talking about. Recently, I did a video talking about how Xbox could potentially handle or respond to a PS5 Pro launching later this year. And the premise of the whole video centered around the release of GTA 6. If the PS5 Pro was this beefy console that people have been making it out to be over the past couple of months, then in theory, people would fork out the extra cash to buy a PS5 Pro and play GTA 6 on it because it was going to look super cool, the frame rates were going to be high, the resolution was going to be crazy. It would have been the de facto way to play GTA 6, especially when compared to the Series X and the standard PS5, which word on the street is that max they'll be able to get is 1440p and 30 FPS with that game. Well, all of that discourse is definitely going to change with Digital Foundry's latest video. Now, they do say it's going to be the most powerful console on the market, but for all of the upgrades that people have been bragging about, this like proprietary upscaling tech that they're going to use to make games look gorgeous, they did mention that the CPU specifically is going to be the same as in a standard PS5. The only difference being is that you'll be able to overclock the CPU and get like a 10% performance boost out of it. Specifically, they say the games that are targeting 30 FPS right now are not going to be targeting 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro if they're CPU limited. So, you know, all of the sort of conjectures of, hey, this is going to be a great box for Grand Theft Auto 6, you'll be able to run that at 60 frames per second. Unless there's some magical CPU stuff being done by Rockstar, I suggest that's not going to happen. An extra 10% on the clock isn't really going to do much at all. It will help your sort of worst possible frame rates when you're CPU limited, but it's not a game changer. I think that's pretty clear. And guys, I have heard enough. This may have once and for all killed my excitement for a mid-gen refresh. And this very well could be the last time we'll see a mid-gen refresh at all. All that talk about GTA 6 running at 60 FPS on the PS5 Pro, boo, it's gonna make Xbox looks terrible, it's gonna leave them in the dust. And you're telling me that's actually not the case. And with no major first-party games on the horizon for PlayStation, they themselves are saying that, what is the point of buying a PS5 Pro? And that also goes for Xbox too. It sounds like they're planning on releasing this digital Series X according to certain rumors in the summer. Like, why would I buy a digital Series X that is hardware-wise, performance-wise, specs-wise the same as a regular Series X, just no disk drive? And if someone like me is questioning, okay, should I buy this digital Series X? Probably not. A dude that owns a regular Series X, a Series S, I got the Xbox pillow in the background from the Xbox mixer that they had before the Game Awards. I have all sorts of countless Xbox accessories. I got a YouTube channel dedicated to just Xbox stuff. If I'm sitting here thinking, I'll probably skip the digital Series X if it comes out, who is the target audience? The answer to that question is probably people who haven't bought into the Xbox ecosystem yet. People maybe who are interested in buying a Series X, but they don't want to fork over $500 for it because they're like, I don't really know. They don't want the Series S. They want something in between. Yeah, I can kind of see that, I guess. But it's like, is Xbox trying to pull a sneaky on us, man? Like, is this digital Series X for real? Or are they really going to come out with a Pro version? Or are they just going to say, screw it, let's go ahead and release the next-gen Xboxes early? I got so many questions regarding this situation and their current hardware plans. Like, why didn't they just release the digital Series X at the beginning of this generation? Like, they already have two digital consoles in their lineup already, the white and the black Series S. And now they're potentially going to add another one that is only slightly more expensive than the black Series S. I got a ton of questions. But what's clear to me is that, well, Xbox ultimately does not need to worry about a PS5 Pro. It turns out, even if you upgrade the hardware, even if you have like fancy AI, upscaling, whatever, the same problems that are bottlenecking performance and graphics on the current gen consoles that we have already are still going to exist. Ultimately, where I landed in that video where I was talking about this previously is that Xbox doesn't really need to feel pressured to put out a more powerful version of their console. And I'm doubling down on that now that we're seeing all this stuff about the PS5 Pro. Let's wrap up the video talking about the latest feature that's being tested out in the Insider program. Xbox owners have been pretty outspoken in the past about how disappointed they are with the search bar on their console. And over the past couple of years, Microsoft has been putting in some minor tweaks to improve the experience. And the latest feature they're trying out for their search bar experience is AI related. According to the Xbox Insider notes, they say today a new search experience enhanced by AI is available to a random selection of players. This experience provides improved results and greater flexibility, allowing you to search for any feature or criteria you can imagine, including concepts like cozy games or arcade racers. To get started, launch the Microsoft Store and try searching for something new. Now, this is a pretty cool feature. I don't know exactly who was asking for this, but yeah, I can see this being useful. It would allow for people to be like super vague and generic about what they want and still ultimately end up finding what they need. One of the examples being cozy games I can play with my friends. Yeah, I could see that feature being useful for someone like, I don't know, my wife who is playing on the Series S and she's like, I want to find a new game, but I don't really know what. How about games where I can build a little house and farm and decorate it? I don't know. Again, I don't really know who's begging for a feature like this. We know that Microsoft, they're pretty gung-ho on AI and trying to implement it in all aspects of their business, including the gaming division. But with this, I don't really know. That's not like the biggest problem I have with the Xbox search bar. The problem I have, and this is very, very nitpicky, I don't want to be super dramatic about it, but in my personal opinion, I feel like the search results on your Xbox console, they need a little bit more consolidation. Let me show you what I mean right now. So when I type in Halo, look what pops up. Halo, like multiple versions of the same game. Halo the Master Chief Collection, which is what's the difference between that and Halo the Master Chief Collection? They both have the Game Pass tag, but only one of them has the actual title and gold above Master Chief's helmet. You got two versions of Halo Reach, and yes, I know this one is part of the Master Chief Collection, and this one is the standalone game. But for people who don't know that, they're going to be like, what is the difference between this and this? You got two versions of Halo Wars 2, the demo and the standard edition. I don't even know why the demo would be popping up before the standard edition. That seems a little weird to me. You got Halo Infinite multiplayer, you got Halo Infinite parentheses campaign. Like, do some consolidation, man. Like, we don't need all of this stuff to pop up when I type in Halo. Like, one version of Halo, you click on it and it's like, okay, we got the multiplayer and the campaign. Which do you want to look at? But it's all in one tile. Again, very minor problem. Not really altering my enjoyment of my Xbox console, but just throwing it out there. Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff I have to talk about today. Thanks so much for joining me for another edition of Xbox Ready, and we'll see you in the next video.